Hey, what is happening? Welcome back to The Past is Alive, and thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Turn Back the Clock Tuesday. And tonight we are heading the whole way back to the year 1998, and we have what I think is a retail box of Omega made by Pacific. Pacific made all kinds of different series in the late 90s, and it was something I never really experienced as a kid. I never really saw them anywhere, so I'm pretty eager to rip into this for the first time ever with you guys tonight. So we have a 250 card set, and every single card has 3 different pictures on it, as you can see on this Tony Gwynn here. I'm pretty stoked to look for a Mike Piazza, because Mike Piazza actually shows him in 3 different uniforms for the 3 different teams he played for back in 98. Not a very desirable year for rookie cards. Probably the biggest one that you're going to find in here would be Maglio Ordonez. There's also Kevin Millwood and Masato Yoshi, and just nothing really that you're going to take and put directly into a top loader. So tonight we're going after insert cards primarily. As you can see in the back of the box, this is one thing I did like about Pacific. They made it nice and easy and clear for you to read exactly what inserts you're going after and the odds in this tattered cellophane here. But the face-to-face inserts, obviously the most sought, or I guess hardest to pull, I should say, most elusive, 1 out of 145 packs. So maybe we'll see one of those tonight, but we should see a bunch of red parallels. There's a red parallel for every freaking card in the set. So those are 1 per pack. Let's tear this off of here and take a look at what we can get. Back in the 90s, I was definitely all about chasing after insert cards. We got 20 packs in here, so it's definitely a retail box. And we have 4 participants in tonight's rip. So the top left, the first 5 packs are going to be Mikey G. And I know Pacific, they definitely capitalized and exploited Tony Gwynn big time, because Gwynn was on the box tops of like a lot of Pacific releases. We'll push this off to the side. I'm not sure exactly how much these packs cost back in 98. I'm going to say like, I don't know, maybe around like $250, somewhere in that range. Let's see what we got. We got 8 cards per pack. And hopefully these aren't bricked up. Burnitz greets us on the back. Mikey G, Paul L, Corey, and everybody else. Thank you all for being here. And the very first thing we're going to see in this rip is a red parallel. Pretty obvious there. They made it nice and obvious for us. But it's Jose Guillen. I was definitely pumped on Jose Guillen back in the mid-90s. Big-time PED guy. That's our very first parallel. There's a Yank from Mikey G. He was a Yankees collector. Andy Pettit, Kenny Lofton. So seeing some kind of big names here starting things off. Mark Kotze, another guy I was real stoked on back in like 96, 97. Ryan Klesko, AJ Hinch. Yeah, Brian Anderson, and there is Jeremy Burnitz. So definitely a cool concept. Every single card in the set is a horizontal. And here's a look at the back. Which is like kind of like most Pacific cards, the backs almost are identical for every single release. Second pack in. Mike Caruso greets us. So they don't build up any suspense whatsoever with these red parallels. Jeremy Gonzalez, Jeremy with an I, that just does not look right, and it does not sit well with me whatsoever. Ryan Klesko again, 2 packs in a row. I was going to say Omen watch list, but I feel like people will have my head if we put Ryan Klesko on the Omen watch list, or even on the Omen list for that matter. Pat Mears. Corey says Tigers manager AJ Hinch. Ryan Christensen is Bobby Higginson. Dirk Remington's in the house. What is happening? Dirk says, do I see pack pulled PSA 10s here? Sandy Almar Jr. And there is Mike Caruso. Dirk Remington, what is going on, man? Good to have you with us. And Dirk Remington is right. According to somebody else in the YouTube universe, if you pack pull any kind of card whatsoever, it is an automatic PSA 10. So that is the logic being applied here, and that is what Dirk Remington is referring to. So these are all PSA 10s, including this Barry Larkin, a red parallel. That's pretty sick, though. Not too shabby at all. And maybe the Tina Martinez short print. I almost called him Dino Martinez for a second. I don't know why. But check out Dirk Remington's channel. Corey, post a link to him, please. And subscribe to him if you have not already. I feel like I haven't seen Dirk post a video in a while. Tino Jeff King with his Royals attire. Shannon Stewart. Rafael Palmeiro is Ricky Metallico. Never really cared for him much. Raul Casanova. And David Justice. I'm just relieved that these are not sticking together. 2 packs left in the first stack. Johnny Rotten says Minty. And we're greeted by Tony Clark. Not a big fan of Tony Clark. Not at all. Daryl Kyle is the parallel. So I'm not really sure why these are flipped upside down. Your guess is as good as mine, but this one is A-Rod. So that's pretty freaking cool. Probably one of the best base cards so far. I know Paul L. would disagree. Eduardo Perez, Devon White. B. Phil, thanks, man. I'm glad that you enjoyed. I'm glad you're here. Cecil Fielder, Todd Hunley. There is Tony Gwynn to join the box top. And there is Tony Clark to finish out that pack and lead us into pack number 5. Last pack, first stack. Sweetest is thought comment about PSA, though, isn't that inaccurate? They have the softest grading of a company. A-Rod was teabagging somebody. Craig Council starting this off. Chipper Jones. I wonder why the first few packs, the cards were not flipped upside down. It's pretty sweet, though. Chipper Jones. Go with that A-Rod. Mike Lansing. There's Kevin Millwood rookie card. Probably would have been worth about $1 back in the day. Bill Mueller, Todd Dunn, Vladdy Guerrero is definitely a nice one, and Johnny Damon to finish out the very first stack. There are currently no boxes of these on eBay, so it's kind of tough to go on comps and throw a price out there for what these would cost. But typically, like late 90s Pacific, I would say put this box in the range of anywhere from $70 to $100. That's what I would go off of. The next 5 packs are for our buddy Corey, the newly changed name, Mining for Mondesi. Big Ray's ball cards. Mark R. What has happened? It says Joe C wants the free AOL disc out of this PSA 10. I'm not surprised there's not an AOL disc in here with all the Surf the Net that they're advertising on here with the online insert. Yeah, they definitely tried to do that there back when the internet really became like household and did not catch on whatsoever. Big Ray's ball cards, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's good to see you. I feel like we haven't seen you in a while. Let's check out Big Ray's ball cards and auctions. Not seen a video from him in quite some time. There's Gary Gaetti starting things off. The red parallel, Greg Maddux. So, I don't know what's up with these flipped around cards, the best card in the pack or what. Stan Javier, Jose Vidro. A certain YouTuber would put it in all caps in his video titled "Not on eBay, super rare." Lance Johnson's Paul O'Neill. Too bad that could not be in Mikey G's stack, huh? Glavin and Shane Andrews. Never really cared too much about Shane Andrews. Plow King Lewis says, bring back the Expos. I am right there with you. Good old interwebs and those free discs that they would send out, like 1,000 minutes on them. Anything is a PSA 10 if Stevie Wonder is grading that day. That is very true. Steve Finley, Bernie Williams is the flipped upside down card in this pack. Where's that Piazza at? We got to find that. Brian Jordan, Ray Ordonez. I've been stoked on that one back in '98. Nagel, Pat Mears, and we got a Ripken. That's pretty sweet. A Ripken for Corey, one that he probably has in a PSA 10 already, but still cool nonetheless. And Carlos Baerga, or if this was 1990, I would have been calling him Carlos Berga. I don't know if that was me or Joe's Card Corral that called him that, but regardless, one of us called him that, along with JV Lopes, Carlos Berga, Mike Deverex. Wish I had recordings of all the butchered names back in the 90s. Jeff Kent starting things off with the parallel. Brian Bevel. I'm not really sure what is going on with that. Carlos Hernandez, Mike Lieberthal. Jorge Fabregas, Jeff King once again. There's Tim Salmon for classic cards, and Ryan Jackson. That's actually his rookie card. If anyone certainly gives a crap. 2 packs remaining for Mining for Mondesi's. Sandra says, hi, hey there, John. How's everything going today? Hey, Sandra. Thanks for joining us. Things are going pretty well. I literally just left the store, so I have hours posted online and also on the door, but it's kind of going to be open by chance as well. I think we have an online insert here. Higginson starting things off. We'll save it for the end of the pack. Rob Nen, Tony Womack. And there's a Big Mac. For any Big Mac PC collectors that still watch my videos, there is one for you. Manny Ramirez. Not a bad pack. The final card of this one's going to be a Pedro Martinez. And, ooh, it is a sparkly card. And is this even an insert card? Number 3. I don't know, but it's nice. It reminds me of a Metal Universe card from the late 90s. Pretty freaking sweet. There's a URL posted on there. I'm surprised it's not like an Angel Fire website, but pause that, go on there and see if there's anything on there all these years later. I'm very curious. There's a big Poppy in here. You get a big Poppy second-year base card. Corey now has himself a sweet Pedro Martinez Albert Bell. Back next pack, Palmeiro parallel, starting things off. Todd Helton for Chris Weaver. It's a cool one. It's definitely a unique design. Chuck Finley, Ray Langford, Roberto Kelly, Mike Lansing once again, or Scott Rowland, one of his early cards. And there is Big Bad Albert Bell. Corey actually just bought him this break because he left his phone charger up here. He wanted me to send it back to him, so that is why he is in the break, primarily. If you pull from a pack, it's automatically a PSA 10. That is definitely the logic that has been applied. What's this internet thing? I don't know. Go on the URL and check that out. So the next one up, Brian Blake in the bottom left. The next 5 packs are on you. This box is going down very quickly. It's going down too quickly. Paul Ellis says, I drove by an antique store with model planes in the window. Certain someone would not have liked to have seen that. That guy would smite you if you told him about that. He does not want to hear about model planes or trains, only model cars, and there's only like specific ones, I guess. He will literally beat you over the head and pistol whip you with a taped up envelope with $9 grand in it. There's Craig Biggio, is a nice one though. And check this out. Chipper Jones is now the, I don't even know what to call these because I don't think they're inserts, but there's another URL for someone to tediously type in. Freaking sweet card though. Couldn't have been in Corey's stack because Corey kind of is PCing him. I don't know if he really still is or not, but he did. Luan Hernandez, Kevin Ory pulled a Larkins. Yeah, we actually pulled a Larkin parallel in the last stack. Ron Gant. I'm going to start my own grading company. Top grade will be pack fresh. Hideo Nomo. There's Brad Fulmer. Remember having his rookie card in a top loader back in the day. At one point in time. And into pack 4. Still looking for that Piazza. What is this? Well, Brian B., I don't know if this will end up making it into your package that will be sent out because some sort of shrapnel here that I am very intrigued by that has now found its way into a top loader. Not something you see every day. There's some more remnants, and we'll let that one slide. But this would be a PSA 10, and that will be sent in. Fred McGriff is the parallel in this pack. Jay Buhner. John Halama. That's actually his rookie card as well. Reggie Sanders. There's a Kendall. Maglio Ordonez rookie card for Brian B. Paul Ellis says, do you still have the 90 Fleer stock strip? I definitely do have it somewhere. It's somewhere in this absolute atrocious mess that is slowly getting cleaned up and being taken to my store. Jeff Bagwell and Paul Konerko to end this pack. The best card in that pack is definitely the random strip. How many cards in that pack? We have 8 cards in each one. So 2, 4. Yeah, we got robbed. There's 7 cards. 7 cards in that bag, it looks like, I think. So this was supposed to be number 8. And we will never know who or what that was. But I'm absolutely obsessed with it, as you can imagine. I can see your reflection in the card holder. All right, I better hide that then. I better put that down. I don't need to see my fat face. Moyer starting things off. Giambi. There is a Ramon Martinez. Charles Johnson. Make sure these aren't... Oh, we got some stickiness here. Sneaky. Eric Karros. Without his life partner, Mike Piazza. The two of them were inseparable, as seen on this VJ Lavero card with a cardboard cutout of Tommy Lasorda. They're a very long night, apparently. Eric Karros, Enrique Wilson, Todd Helton for Chris Weaver, and Moises Alou. Dumpster Dive Guys is still a better product than Panini. Dumpster Dive Guy, what is happening, man? I am definitely not going to agree with you, or disagree with you on that, I should say. And Dumpster Dive Guy, we're actually doing a consignment auction for Dumpster Dive Guy tomorrow night. I got your package in the mail today and started to go through it. So tomorrow night, the auction will be a consignment, and it will start probably around 8 p.m. And there's a bunch of rookie cards in there. There's some vintage in there. Definitely some nice stuff overall. So come back around 8 p.m. tomorrow to partake in that. Andy Pettit is the parallel. We have This has got to be an insert card now. Okay, number 20. There's no way it's a subset card. It's pretty freaking sweet though. It's a Tony Gwynn, Brian B. I know you're probably hoping for a Frank Thomas, but what the hell does that even say on there? Get to the bottom of this. Maybe not. Doesn't appear to be. That is a major bummer. Brett Boone, still nice card nonetheless. Gary Sheffield, Mark Grudzalonic, Pendleton, Bernie Williams, and Dante Bichette. Final pack for Brian B. Nothing beats the shininess of 90s inserts. You said it, man. I agree with you on that one. Clinton Reyes says, nice one. Be sick to get a David Ortiz parallel. Terry Steinbach, Rick Aguilera. Not something I'd be super excited about. Always looked exactly the same on every single card. That has been proven time and time again. Ellsbergs. And look at that. There is the Piazza. Brian Blake, you got it. It's a pretty unique one. We got Dodgers, Mets, and Marlins. Kind of cool. I like it. Bobby Jones, Gary DiSarcina, Maddox, and there's Travis Fryman to finish out the pack. Yeah, Piazza and Marlins uniform just looks so weird. So weird. So, still clinging to this strip of nothingness. The final stack is going to go to Nick West. Is that Piazza's only Marlins card? You know what? You'd have to look that up. I'm not entirely sure. I think it could be a possibility, but not going to throw it out there without knowing for sure. If it is, that's pretty sick. Nicholas West, good luck to you. Let's find you something nice. It's definitely a very quick break. Nomar greets us on the back. And Cecil Fielder, the parallel Jeff Bagwell, or as Corey will insist on referring to him as Bagpipes. B.J. Surhoff had a pretty solid career overall. Greg Vaughn, Jeff Montgomery. There's Levon Hernandez again. And for Corey, Raul Mondesi. And there is a Nomar. McGuire's rookies in this set. Packed number 2. Frackle Jack says, hope you got some sleep after the opening weekend. You know what? Saturday night, I went home and passed out at like 7 p.m. and I think I got up at like 6:30 the next day, and I still felt like I was hungover. It was pretty bad. Even like Sunday, I was like still tired all day long. So you can probably tell, like, there's Kenny Rogers is the parallel. You can probably tell by like the rips we did from the shop, like that there was like no enthusiasm or energy in my voice whatsoever. I'm starting to recover. This Kerry Wood, that's a nice one. 20 strikeouts, and on May 6th, 1998, pretty epic moment. Perfect game, David Wells, pretty cool. John Jaha for Paul L. Can give Corey that Mondesi, Nick West says. Boomslang says, you sounded bad Sunday morning. I was exhausted. I think I passed out for, I don't know. I think I fell asleep in the shop for like 20 minutes, and Corey fell asleep for like a half hour at one point, because I came in there like 5 a.m. and he was passed out on the chair. Jared Wright ends that pack, but it was definitely pretty brutal, to say the least. And pack number 3. Ew, John Jock. Criterium Racer, what is going on, Lee? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. There's a link to Lee's channel. Please check him out if you're not subscribed to him already. Bill Mueller. Hideo Nomo is the short print of this pack. Luis Gonzalez. Stottlemyre. Brad Radke had some good years. Should I admit that I left troll bids on a certain YouTuber's auction about a week and a half ago? Oh, that is too funny. Tim Belcher and Roberto Alomar. 2 packs remain for this very short pack rip. This could have been like a YouTube Shorts video. It's going so quickly, and I'm not sure what the next rip is going to be. I'd like to get 2 boxes because a lot of the time the breaks sell out. I feel like 99% of the time the breaks sell out in like 30 seconds. So I'd like to get 2 boxes of something. Like, I don't know, maybe like $100 boxes. Somewhere around that range. So if you have any suggestions, please, if there's anything you want to see ripped that's not super fancy and expensive, comment down below once the video is over, and I will definitely take them into consideration. Rondell White, Charles Nagy, Kevin Young, we have Randy Johnson. First time seeing him. Ramon Martinez, Rick Aguilera again. That's Stoneface and Jim Edmonds. Then that pack, the last pack of the eve, is going to be something good, I'm hoping. Marty Cordova is going to greet us, along with Jason Kendall parallel. Now, check this out, Vladimir Guerrero. Why couldn't we get a parallel of him? That would have been sweet. Mr. Enfuego says, heard the party is here. The party is wrapping up. You're a little bit late to the party. Ray Durham, Kurt Schilling, The Decent Wonders, Quentin McCracken. I'm sure the crowd is going wild about this one right now. Todd Hollinsworth, David Cohn, and Marty Cordova to end that box. So all in all, not really a super exciting box, but definitely a nice product. And I feel like it's not one you're going to see very often at all. Currently, none of these on eBay whatsoever, but if you're interested in getting a box, I would imagine they'd be around like the $70 price range, between $70 and $100. So check those out. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know any kind of ideas for future pack rips, and I hope to see you tomorrow night for the auction. Anybody who partook in the break tonight, I will save your cards so you can combine shipping if you decide to buy anything tomorrow night. And that will commence right around 8 p.m. So that is all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night, guys.